Logical morning, everyone, and welcome to Vidhigya's Toppers Talk edition for CLAT 2026. Today we have Farhan with us, and Farhan is from Hyderabad. He has made it large in both CLAT and ALIT. So, with CLAT, Farhan is All India rank 133. And today, Farhan is here to give you a message that what was his strategy for his CLAT preparation, so that you get an idea that how you have to take ahead for your preparation. So welcome Farhan to Vidhigya's Toppers Talk. So my first question to you would be, of course, that how did it feel like the moment you saw your scorecard? What was your feeling, and what was your parents' reaction to it?
It felt great, ma'am. After all the years of hard work, it feels it really paid off. All the late nights which I have gotten up, and all the early mornings, all the mocks which I have given, it all felt worth it at that point of time.
That's amazing. How was your CLAT day? Like this year, many aspirants have a feedback that they got panicked in the exam, seeing the logical reasoning section and would spoil their
Yeah.
entire exam. So that is a common thing which we are hearing a lot from aspirants throughout India, right? So what was your experience during D-Day? That is the most interesting thing which everyone wants to know. That the moment you saw the pattern was different, the moment you saw the paper, how did you manage it, and what was your experience for the paper D-Day?
Ma'am, the reason why my D-Day went as per my plan was because I have pre-planned my D-Day prior to it. So because I was doing it over and over again, I just had to replicate it. And on the D day, I went in, I saw the paper, and I knew this is a big of a surprise. And that analytical reasoning, whichever it was not very easy on its very face value. It was kind of lengthy. So I knew a lot of aspirants would face difficulty in that. So rather than me getting a bit perplexed by that fact, I have to be more satisfied that a lot of people won't be making those analytical reasoning questions, and that would give me an edge over them. And because I've practiced a lot of AR questions through the Vidhigya mocks and the compendiums, it helped me a lot.
That's great. What was your sequence, Farhan, for the paper?
The sequence, I was kind of open to changing my sequence as per the demands of the paper. So, but for the final CLAT, my sequence was legal first. So, because legal was very short, simple, straightforward, it didn't take me a lot of time to do that. Then I went for logical reasoning, and I knew that logical reasoning might take a bit of more time on that. So, I was ready to invest that, and it took me around 35 minutes to complete the logical reasoning section. And I did all the questions in the first go itself. Then I went for the GK, and then followed it with English and the quants. And after quants, I just revisited the questions which I had a bit of doubt about.
Okay, nice. What was your subject in school, Farhan?
It was commerce, ma'am.
It was commerce. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So, Farhan, current affairs is something which is very much dependent on revision, right? So, how did
Yes.
you follow? Like everyday newspaper reading, and then what was your further steps for covering up the current affairs?
So, ma'am, because I am also a dropper, I knew exactly what I need to be doing, what I need to do for the current affairs for this year. Because
Yes.
last year I was a bit more perplexed about what I need to do for the current affairs. I tried a lot of different things. So I figured it out at the beginning of my drop years. So what I did was I simply picked up the magazines and I just did it, revised it over and over again, and clubbed it up with the newspaper and nothing more, and the Vidhigya's GK videos. That is it. Because I knew how much ever I do the current affairs, it wouldn't be enough. So rather than stressing more on current affairs, I should also be focusing on the other things, which are the main weightage for the paper. So I focused more on that rather than current affairs. I just kept current affairs at a decent pace throughout the entire journey.
Okay, that's nice. So, what was your daily schedule? Like, was it divided per topic wise that I'll do? Like, were you having your goals topic wise, or it was time divided?
So, no, my schedule was very radically different from what you said. So, what I would do is I would get up in the morning and I would list down all the tasks which I want to do. So, it could be anything going from revising the compendiums, revising the topics which I'm facing a bit of difficulty in the mocks, and because I was giving a lot of mocks and analyzing them, so I was able to overcome those mistakes and know which where are my loopholes in my exact preparation journey. So I would simply do that, and I would list down as many tasks as possible, and I would just try to complete that to-do list.
Okay.
So it
Were
wasn't
they
very structured.
okay, okay. So what do you think? What should be the message for the upcoming CLAT aspirants? What is the advice which you want to give all the aspirants from the first day? What habit should they follow?
The advice which I want to give for the CLAT 2027 aspirant is CLAT is not a sprint, it is rather a marathon. The person who stays the longest will be the one who would accomplish at the end. And one more special mention would be to focus on the non exam aspects as well. So, because I did focus a lot on my non-exam aspects, like how do I handle that pressure? How do I handle that something new comes up? How do I handle if some different section comes up, or if a section comes up which has a extreme amount of difficulty? How would I handle if I'm not able to solve the quant section? So because I kept myself in different scenarios, so this actually helped me in the final CLAT wherein the analytical reasoning came and it didn't really surprise me that much. So focusing on that non-exam aspect on your soft skills is also equally important with the exam aspect.
So that's a wonderful advice that you should focus on your mindset simultaneously doing the
Yeah.
concepts. Only doing concept will not solve the purpose. So were there days in your preparation journey where you also felt overwhelmed seeing your marks of mocks? Were they like sometimes you get unexpected marks in mocks? Not all the days are same. So how did you manage those days and what was your way to tackle it?
Yes, the reason why I was able to manage it well was mainly because of my mindset. As I said, CLAT is more of a marathon, and I knew there will be a bit of ups and downs in the journey. So I just took it as a learning and I just moved on with it. Rather than sticking too much and emphasizing more about that, I just stick it with. To get consistent low mock scores, I would simply go back and solve an easy mock so that I get that confidence boost in myself with myself.
Yes, so that is a perfect strategy to go for it. During your preparation journey, which of the sections you think uh, was something which was your strength and which was a section which you think was your weakness? So, how did you manage your weakness?
So, as such, there were no strengths for me because it changed from the stages. So, in the beginning, legal was my strength. But as time passed on, I focused less on legal. So, that legal became my weakness. So, I realized this ki every section of mine is becoming a weakness of mine. So, I emphasized more on managing all the sections, giving a bit of time for every section for the entire week so that I don't lose my grip over any section.
Okay, nice. So, what was that thing about Vidhigya mocks which you liked, Farhan?
The thing which I liked about Vidhigya mocks were they were of diverse difficulty levels. Sometimes Vidhigya would throw up a very easy mock, something similar to CLAT 2024 pattern, and sometimes it would be really difficult, similar to CLAT 2023 pattern. So because we were accustomed to solving varieties of mocks, so the CLAT 2025 didn't really feel more of a surprise. It just felt more of a Vidhigya's mock.
Okay, nice. So, did you solve the logical series module? Like, how did logical series module helped you in the entire preparation journey, which you got for concept and practice?
Yes, ma'am. So what I did was I kept those modules as my improvement section, improvement tidbits. So
Okay.
what I would do is suppose if I'm getting a lot of questions wrong in my English, so I would sit up for 1 hour and I would solve as many questions as possible. So because I would do this for 1.5 hour, primarily because I want to get that monotonous feeling. I want to get that brain depletion ka thing. Because sometimes we get fatigued during the mock, and when we are fatigued, that is when we have to perform at that particular mock. So it helped me to manage every possible situation because in the CLAT day, in those 2 hours, you won't be at your peak. You would be at your peak for the first hour or the first 1.5 hour. and the last hour you won't be at your peak. So when you are not at your peak, when and you're still managing to solve a lot of questions with a decent amount of accuracy, that is when you would make it to the top.
So that's a wonderful advice. That's a wonderful way the modules have been practiced. That is a unique thing which I have come across. This was something very unique. Okay, so this was about CLAT 2026 experience of yours. Farhan, moving ahead for the next section, what is your long-term plan in law? Previously, when we had a word, you were also very much determined that I want to go to Nalsar. That was your first choice always. So you're already getting into it. So what is your long-term plan in law? Is there any plan or you're planning to explore in college?
Yes, ma'am, I'm planning to explore the litigation and the corporate side. The main reason why I wanted to go to Nalsar was because I had a bit of litigation background. So I would also want to explore the corporate background through Nalsar. So I would have all my options open, and through my seniors' guidance, hopefully I figure out something out.
So that was wonderful having you, Farhan, here, and all the very best for your journey ahead in college and your life ahead. So that was Farhan, and we hope that next year you people are at the other side, and all the very best for your preparations, and stay logical with Vidhigya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.